Hello and welcome to Booysens Beyond. This is the first video in a series that we're going to do about our home country. South Africa, as the name suggests, is on the southern tip of Africa. And today she's going to be some really basics about South Africa, like the really need to know things like currency, all that really basic information you can actually Google, but it's just nicer to listen to me tell you about it, right? South Africa isn't the biggest country. They say the size is similar to Texas in the United States, but we actually have 3 different capitals. Believe it or not, Johannesburg is not one of them. Cape Town is the legislative capital, Pretoria is the administrative capital, and Bloemfontein, or as some people pronounce it, Bloemfontein, is the judicial capital. South Africa has 9 provinces. I'm not going to bore you with the names, but it's good to know. Our neighboring countries are Namibia, not Nambia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Swaziland and Lesotho, which is completely enclosed within South Africa. We have 11 official languages, Zulu being spoken the most at about 23% of the population. But it is important to distinguish that that is as a first language. Most people in South Africa speak 2 or more languages, and English is sort of used as a medium language so we can all understand each other. My language is Afrikaans, which is one of the newest languages in the world. It is derived from Dutch and other languages mostly, but like Dutch is its mother language, and it's only spoken at about 13 or 14% of the population in South Africa. South Africa has many airports, but there are 3 main international airports. 1, King Shaka in Durban, 2, OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, and then we have Cape Town International Airport in Cape Town. There are other international airports as well, but most likely you'll be entering from one of those if you're not coming from a neighboring country or an island close by like Madagascar. When you arrive in South Africa, you might look for a taxi to get to your hotel or your destination. Please note that a taxi is not necessarily a taxi cab that you're looking for. Taxis are minibuses that's sort of a public transport system in a way, but it's more used for people going to and from work, and they're quite full normally and they drive crazy. A taxi cab, or we use Uber. Uber is working thing in South Africa, so we use Uber a lot, but that's going to be something that you're probably looking for. On that note, we drive on the left side of the road, and the rules on the road are, especially on the highway, keep left, pass right. Maximum speed is 120, like that's the maximum everywhere. You can never drive faster than that. You shouldn't. If you're in the fast lane going 120, someone comes from the back, just make space for them and let them pass. People have to get some places, you know. Another thing that's also quite weird, we call traffic lights robots. I don't know why we do it, it's quite funny. But if someone tells you, hey, turn right at the robot, just know that's the thing with the lights, and it tells you when to go and stop. We use the rand in South Africa. It's not a very strong currency. At the moment the rand is trading to the dollar at around 13 rand to a dollar, 15.50 to the euro, 70.50 to the pound, and 10 to the Australian dollar. So I hope that gives you a good enough reference. Chances are, if you're coming from one of these countries, you can do a lot with your money when you come to South Africa. South Africa is not that expensive, and we know luxury, we know how to treat our tourists, and we do a great job at accommodation, food, everything. So I invite you to come and experience the warm hospitality that South Africa has to offer. Okay, let's go over some very basic laws so you don't get yourself in trouble. You are allowed to drink when you're 18 years old. The laws on smoking is currently changing, or they're in the process of trying to change that. At the moment they want to make it that you're not allowed to smoke in any public areas at all. So they're quite strict with that. Just check back on that before you visit in a few months. If you drive 40 kilometers over the speed limit, or if you drive drunk, they can throw you in jail and you will be fined. You might also encounter on the freeway that there are officers standing with cameras to measure your speed, and they can stop you if you're over the speed limit. Or we also have like full-on roadblocks on a freeway, anywhere, doesn't matter, where they can stop you and ask you for your license and check your car. I'd just like to discuss some tourist hotspots in South Africa. The Kruger National Park is well known for the wildlife that it holds. And there's beautiful game lodges inside where you can pay to go on a game drive, morning game drive, sunset game drive, whatever you like. But you can also stay outside within a budget, and you can rent a car and drive around in the national park for the whole day for really, I think it's not a lot of money. We've done it and it was wonderful. A really good time to go though is in the middle of the year, June, July, which is South Africa's winter. Because then the bushes aren't as lush and you can see through them better. We went in high summer and you can really barely see any animals. All of them are lazy, they're just lying around and resting because it's so hot. Then of course you have Cape Town, which architecturally, nature, ocean, mountains, wild animals, it basically has everything. So that's a really wonderful area to visit. If you move east from Cape Town, you will go onto the Garden Route alongside the sort of the southern tip, really southern tip of Africa. There you'll see magnificent beaches as well. There's a lot of activities, kite surfing, windsurfing, paragliding, all those kinds of things, and also beautiful nature. South Africa just in general has beautiful nature. Another area is the Drakensbergs, which is beautiful. We got engaged there, so of course it's got a sweet spot. But yeah, there's many things to do there as well, or just really to relax. That would be wonderful too. Just enjoy the view, kick up your feet and be pampered. The Karoo is also a beautiful area. It doesn't seem that way to some people because it's really dry and flat and desertous, sort of semi-desert area. But you will get the most beautiful sunsets and night skies there. Johannesburg is also quite a cool area, more urban. It's overgrown with trees, it's beautiful. But there's some really cool areas, some dangerous areas, but I mean, if you just do a little bit of research, if you would like to know more about places to go in Johannesburg, comment below and we can give you some tips on that in a different video. But there's some cool things that you can do, some cool areas, some cool clubs and bars, restaurants that you can hang out, and the surrounding area there's also quite a lot to do. On the eastern coast, where Durban is located, there are various beautiful towns, amazing beaches. To the northern part there's Sudwana, which is a popular area for scuba divers, and they say that you can see a vast variety of marine life just in one day or in one scuba dive session. So if you like that sort of thing, then that's also a really good area to check out for you. Today I'm not really going to talk about food and traditions because there's so many different cultures in our country that I feel it's unfair to just try to sum it up quickly. I'm sure a lot of people would just say braai, biltong and druiwors, which is true, but there's a lot more to South Africa that we can talk about in another video. Let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people think South Africa is really unsafe, and although yes, we do have a high crime rate, but if you stay vigilant and trust your instincts, if you feel that a situation feels uncomfortable, just get out of it. I mean, every country has bad areas and good areas, and I know that if you're not familiar with it, you might not quite know where the good or the bad areas is, but I promise you, you will really quickly feel that it is a bad area and just get out of it, okay? But we will talk about this in a separate vlog where we will really give you some good tips. But basically, I've been living there my whole life and I'm still fine. So yes, don't let that deter you from visiting our amazing, beautiful country. Our country has so much to offer. We have wonderful people, we have beautiful scenery, we have amazing wildlife, and it's so accessible and so easy to get to it. And English is easy. You can just get along everywhere, anywhere. You'll be fine. So come visit our country. Come experience it. Come and have a great, wonderful time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Head over to Facebook, like Booysens Beyond, like our Instagram for all the beautiful photos we take, and we really appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you.